English connects people from different countries and cultures, and this connection is more than just about words. Imagine two strangers meeting at an airport, one from Japan and the other from Brazil. Their worlds are different, their foods, their traditions, their languages, but when they begin to speak in English, something magical happens. The gap between them begins to shrink. Suddenly, laughter, ideas, and even dreams can be shared because they have found a common voice. This is what makes English so powerful. It is not a language that belongs to one land or one people. It belongs to everyone who chooses to learn it. A scientist in Germany can share discoveries with a doctor in India. A teacher in Nigeria can exchange ideas with a student in Canada. Even children, when they learn English, can talk with friends from thousands of miles away as if they were sitting side by side. When cultures meet, stories are exchanged, and respect is built. English becomes the thread, weaving those stories together, making a cloth richer than any single color alone. It allows us to understand music from another land, enjoy books from another time, and even work together on problems that affect the whole world, like caring for the environment or finding cures for diseases. Without this connection, people would remain like islands, beautiful but separated. With it, they become part of one vast and living map, where voices rise not in isolation but in harmony. That is the true gift of English. It transforms strangers into companions and turns distant lands into neighbors. The future will require strong communication skills, and English will play a central role in that. In a world where technology keeps advancing, where machines trade information in seconds, and businesses cross oceans without leaving their offices, people need to be able to express their ideas clearly and confidently. Knowledge alone is no longer enough. A person may hold the brightest idea in their mind, but if they cannot share it with others, the idea remains locked away. Think of the classrooms of tomorrow, where students from many nations sit together in front of a single screen, discussing projects in real time. Or imagine workplaces where teams are spread across 5 continents, but meet daily through video calls. The skill that binds them, the tool that allows them to cooperate, is communication, and most often it is English. Strong communication is not only about speaking fluently, it is about listening carefully, choosing words wisely, and expressing thoughts in a way that touches both the mind and the heart. The future will demand people who can explain complex ideas simply, negotiate with respect, and inspire others with their words. English, then, becomes more than a language. It becomes the training ground for these skills. Every sentence practiced, every conversation attempted, is like building muscle for the challenges ahead. Those who prepare today will find themselves ready tomorrow, not left behind, but leading the way. English is a bridge to knowledge, technology, and science, and this bridge stretches farther than most people can imagine. Think of the countless books, research papers, and discoveries that are written and shared first in English. From medicine to engineering, from space exploration to artificial intelligence, English carries the ideas of some of the world's greatest minds to every corner of the earth. A student in a small village can open a laptop and listen to a lecture from a university thousands of miles away. A young inventor can study manuals, guides, and tutorials that explain how to build machines, design software, or even cure diseases, all because the information is shared in English. Without this language, the knowledge would remain locked like a treasure chest with no key. Technology moves quickly, and the people who understand English can ride its wave instead of being left behind. Instructions for new tools, updates for new systems, and explanations of how innovations work are often first shared in English. Those who know it have the advantage of learning early and applying what they learn faster. Science, too, speaks through English. Whether it is a discovery deep in the ocean, a study about the stars, or research that helps protect our planet, much of it is written and shared in this language. English does not belong to one nation when it comes to knowledge. It belongs to anyone who seeks to learn. The bridge is there, wide and strong, waiting for every learner. By walking across it, a person moves from the small world of their own town into the vast world of ideas, inventions, and endless discovery. Opportunities in jobs and education expand with English, and this is one of the strongest reasons people choose to learn it. Employers across the world often look for candidates who can not only do their work well, but also communicate with clients, partners, and colleagues from other countries. A simple sentence spoken clearly in English can sometimes open the door to an interview, a promotion, or even a chance to work abroad. Education, too, grows wider with English. Many of the world's top universities teach in this language, and countless scholarships require it. A student who knows English is not limited to the colleges in their own country. They can apply to schools across the globe, attend online courses, and read textbooks that might not even exist in their mother tongue. Even in local settings, English can create opportunities. A tour guide who speaks English can welcome visitors from anywhere in the world. A small shop owner can reach international customers online. A young professional can attend conferences, share ideas, and build networks that cross borders. The more a person learns, the more choices appear before them. English does not guarantee success, but it gives the tools to reach for it. It is like a key ring that holds not one key, but many, each opening a door to education, career, or personal growth. For those who are willing to learn and practice, English becomes a companion on their journey to a brighter future filled with possibilities. Travel and global friendships become easier through English, and this is something many people discover once they step beyond their hometowns. Imagine arriving in a country where everything feels new: the food, the streets, the faces. At first, it may feel overwhelming, but then you see a sign written in English, or you meet someone who can speak it too, and suddenly the world feels less distant. English acts like a common map, guiding travelers wherever they go. From airports to hotels, from train stations to restaurants, English is often the language that connects strangers. A traveler who knows even a little English can ask for directions, order food, or find help when needed. Without it, the simplest journey can feel like climbing a mountain with no path. But travel is not only about moving across places, it is also about meeting people. Friendships often begin with a smile, but they grow through conversation. English gives people the ability to share their stories with someone from another country, to laugh over differences, and to discover how much they actually have in common. These friendships can last a lifetime. They cross oceans, survive distance, and grow stronger because two people chose to meet on common ground. In this way, English is not only a traveler's tool, it is a bridge for the heart. It turns faraway lands into familiar places and strangers into companions. Wherever one goes, English makes the world feel closer, friendlier, and full of new connections waiting to be made. Learning English builds confidence and courage, often in ways a learner doesn't expect. At the beginning, many people feel shy. Their voices drop low when they try to speak, and their hearts race at the thought of making a mistake. But each time a learner dares to use an English word in class, each time they ask a simple question in a shop or greet someone with "hello," they take a small step forward. Confidence grows slowly, like a seed becoming a tree. The more one practices, the stronger the roots become. Soon, sentences begin to flow more easily, and conversations that once felt impossible start to feel natural. What once caused fear now brings pride. Courage is built along the way too. To speak in another language is to stand in front of others with all your imperfections visible. It takes bravery to say, "I don't know this word," or "Can you repeat that?" Yet, every learner who continues despite the fear discovers that courage grows in the act of trying. This new confidence often extends beyond language. A student who dares to present in English may also dare to share ideas in their own language. A worker who answers in English during a meeting may also gain the courage to take on bigger tasks. English becomes more than a subject. It becomes a training ground for self-belief. Bit by bit, learners realize that the real gift of English is not only in the words they can say, but in the strength they find within themselves. Mistakes in speaking English are natural and part of growth, though many learners fear them at first. A slip of the tongue, a wrong tense, or a missing word can feel like failure, but in truth, these mistakes are proof that learning is alive. No one walks without first stumbling, and no one speaks a new language without first making errors. Think of a child learning to talk. At first, their words are broken, their sentences incomplete, yet parents don't laugh cruelly. They smile, encourage, and celebrate every attempt. The same should be true for anyone learning English. Each mistake is not a sign of weakness, but a step toward strength. Great speakers, too, once struggled. They mispronounced words, confused grammar, and even forgot simple phrases. But they kept going. What separated them from those who gave up was not perfection, it was persistence. Mistakes also carry hidden lessons. When you say something incorrectly and someone gently corrects you, that correction stays in your mind far longer than if you had simply read the rule in a book. The mistake itself becomes a teacher, patient, and unforgettable. Over time, learners discover that mistakes do not close doors. They open them. They create moments of learning, laughter, and connection. The key is to accept them with courage, to use them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. In this way, every mistake whispered in English becomes a part of the journey toward confidence, fluency, and freedom. English is not just a language, but a tool for dreams, and this truth is felt most deeply by those who see beyond grammar books and vocabulary lists. A young student may begin learning English in a small classroom, but in their imagination, the words open doors to places they have never seen, universities abroad, international companies, or even stages where their voice can reach the world. Dreams often need a path, and English can become that path. For someone who wants to be a doctor, it means access to the latest research. For someone who wishes to be an engineer, it means understanding manuals and designs written far away. For an artist, it means sharing their work with audiences who speak many different languages but understand English. More than this, English gives the courage to dream bigger. When you can speak to people beyond your borders, you begin to believe that your ideas can travel too. You realize that your story, your invention, or your message does not need to remain hidden in one corner of the world. It can fly across oceans. Of course, English is not the dream itself. It is the tool. The dream belongs to the learner, the vision of what they want to become. But like a hammer in the hands of a builder or a compass in the hands of an explorer, English equips them to build, to search, and to reach what they once thought was impossible. In this way, English becomes more than a subject learned in school. It becomes a companion that whispers, "Yes, your dream is possible. Take the step." The future belongs to those who keep learning, and English is a perfect example of this truth. Language is never finished. It grows, changes, and adapts, just as the world itself does. New words appear, new ways of speaking spread, and new ideas demand new expressions. Those who continue learning, step by step, remain ready for what tomorrow brings. A learner who stops after knowing only a little may feel stuck, but one who keeps practicing discovers new doors opening again and again. Reading one more book, watching one more lecture, or having one more conversation adds strength to their skills. Each small effort builds into something larger, like drops of water filling a river that eventually flows into the sea. In the future, challenges will not be fewer. They may be greater. Technology will keep advancing, jobs will keep changing, and the world will keep moving faster. But those who hold on to the habit of learning will not be left behind. They will adapt, they will grow, and they will thrive. English is part of that journey, but the lesson goes beyond the language itself. To learn is to stay alive in mind and spirit. It is to remain curious, to stay open, and to believe that there is always more to discover. The future does not wait for those who stand still. It opens its arms to those who walk forward with courage, carrying not only knowledge, but also the love of learning itself.